family on YouTube. Good morning. Today is a very special one because we're talking about people who need to be in your heart. That's a good one, right? So I was thinking about this and I was like, the special person that needs to be in your heart is the one that doesn't make you feel like an option. That's like a golden rule, right? The person that needs to be in your heart doesn't and shouldn't make you feel like an option. Making you feel like an option isn't really a thing that I do. If I do, I'm sorry, but that's not how I portray. People who know me outside of the YouTube channel, who know me outside, who are fans and who are diehard fans, know. I have a family outside of YouTube and I have a family inside of YouTube. I have a family. And today I was just looking at my YouTube and my analytics and things like that. I was like, you know what? Why not tell people what's really on my mind? And this one was on my mind for a while. I was like, should I tell people what this means? Should I do this? Should I do that? And I'm just like, you know what? Why not? I haven't touched basis on this. I've touched basis on soulmates. I've touched basis on friendships. I have touched basis on so many things. But this one's different. And here's why. The difference between a friend is they tell you what they want to tell you. Some people tell me that they're my they're my diehard friend. They ride or die. Okay. If you really understood what that meaning meant, for me, for a while, it's exactly that. They ride you until you die. They use and abuse. That's what friendships are. Some of them, in some case, I had a ton of friends that go, I am your ride and die. And that blew me off. That blew me off so hard that I looked at the same person. I'm like, dude, why would you want to ride or die? He's like, because that's a friendship. And I told him, I was like, no, you're riding and dying. It's exactly that. It's in his name. He goes, I never knew that. I was like, that's why I don't say you're my ride or die. I don't. You will never catch me saying you're my ride or die. You won't. You will never say that. You won't hear me say that. What you will hear me say is I will love you until the day I die. That you will hear me say. That will be the last thing that I say. Why? Because it's true. I don't ride you until you die. That's not me. Because, like I said, ride and dying is abusing and using. Exactly that. They take and take, but they won't give. So now the question is why? What was the point with the first quote? Now this. Now you're getting into the vlog. What's really going on behind the scenes, right? How do you know so much about relationship advice that you're willing to give it off on the internet? Why? Number uno. Let's get into these questions because there's a lot of them. One, I've had many girlfriends and I know how to tap into my feminine side of my human being a guy. I know how to tap into my feminine side. That's something I've been able to do since elementary school. I knew how to do that. So am I advanced? No, I'm just a typical guy. Typical guy. So now the question number two that I've gotten is why do you tap into your feminine side with females? Because with females, they like to hear I love you. They like to hear, I love you. Men, we like to show it. But for women, they like to hear it. Okay, it's on a whole nother level. Women have so much responsibility. They have 9 months. If you put a kid in a girl or a woman, they're going to take care of that baby for 9 months. 9 months, man. 9 months. That's insanity. 9 months. And us men, have to take that responsibility and go, you know what? 9 months, I got this. Let's go. I'm going to be here. What aggravates me is the moment where people hit it and quit it. I do not like people like that. I cannot stand it. If you're going to hit it and quit it, what you're doing is reality saying, I'm not ready for adulthood. Because I've always had it. You should hit it and quit it. You should do X, Y, Z. You should test drive it. You should do this. You should do that. And I'm just like, why? Because that's how you consider soulmates? What? What? That's how you consider soulmates, is hit it and quit it. And if it's good, that's how it should be? No. And I've gotten this so many times with so many people. You should hit it and quit it. Is it good? Is it great? And I tell these people all the time, that's none of your business. That is none of your business. What happens behind doors doesn't matter. That's between male and female, or whatever the hell the thing is. That's between the two of them. It doesn't matter what happens behind doors, because that's between the two of them. So now we go into the place where the whole shmee thing, this whole vlog started. Who should be in your heart? The person that doesn't make you feel like an option. The person that's sitting there saying, I love you dearly, or whoever the heck it is, person Z. Let's just put person X. Person X is whoever you want to be. Person X. Let's just put person X on trial. Do they, or does he, or do they? Let's just say do they for obvious reasons. Do they make you feel like an option? And if the answer is no, cool. Let's go on to option 2. If you said yes, let's go to option 2 still. Option 2 is, do they tell you and do they show you that they love you? Are they willing to drop everything for you? Are they willing to just go, you're in need of help, I'm going to drop everything for you, and go over and do whatever you want? Do they do that? That's option 2. Option 3, question 3, the last question, is, do you see anything in that person that you're willing to go after? Where it's not money, not material things, not pleasing yourself with the person. I can't get too sensitive on YouTube, but you get the gist. Not pleasing yourself with the person, but do you see yourself with them? And the thing is I've asked this question to multiple people. And it's always the same answer. No. With all the questions. No, yes, no. Then to that person, I tell you, are they willing to drop everything for you? And the answer is no. They're not a right fit. I tell you, but if you're not getting the text of, I can't breathe, when I'm at work, I can't focus correctly, when I'm not around you, I cannot stand people, do you get those at all? Can you not breathe? Can he not breathe when he's not with you? If he doesn't see you, can he breathe? Because when we find the one, when we find our soulmate, when we find that one person, most men will tell you, we can't breathe when we find the soulmate. But when we do, we can't breathe. And I always tell people, cheaters, look, if you're going to cheat on women, go after the second person, not the first. Because if you're willing to cheat on the first person, you didn't love him in the first place. Go after the second. Carry on. I always told people that. Why? Because it's true. But again, I am just going off the topics that are on top of my head, but still. This one is a little random. But you know what? I've asked multiple women that question. Does he drop everything? Do you get the whole I can't breathe text? Do you get I cannot stand to be without you for more than X? Do you get those? Do you get those whole things that I can't stand? I can't breathe. I can't focus correctly. I'm failing at X, Y, Z, or I'm not doing great in school or work, or can't focus on much because I cannot see you. Do you get those? Because if you do, then that person, it starts with him. It starts with the person that is sending you those. And men, do not just sit there and go, okay, I'm going to start using those because that's obviously a soulmate thing. Don't. Because then I guarantee if you start using those, you're going to ruin it for everyone. Guarantee. But if you just use them in a response of actually feeling that way, I can't breathe when I'm not with you. I cannot stand people when I'm not with you. I don't love anyone else like I love you the same way. Are you getting any of those? Because guarantee, I felt that. I feel that way with a certain person. I'm not going to say her name. I'm not going to mention names on here because it's for her sake and for her privacy. Because family watches these. You thought I was going to say a name. Ha! Wrong. Anyway, do you get those? In marriages, I'm going to leave you on with this. It's no longer happy wife, happy life. It's no longer that. It is now happy house, happy spouse, happy house. That's how it should be. That is how it should be from the very beginning. Happy spouse, happy house. That's how it should be. That's how it absolutely should be. Because you should be putting in 110% every single day in that marriage, relationship, whatever it is. Put in 110%. If you are under 18, look at this and kind of take it on a grain of salt. But if you're over 18, listen to the words I am saying. Because I've lived a little. I've had many girlfriends that I've led astray. And I have many ex-girlfriends that I've had that I was like, I shouldn't have ruined that one. But I've had many. But you know what? Those many girlfriends that I've had, they put me on to where I am right now. In a better spot where I'm doing YouTube full time, where some of them pushed me to start doing this, where some of them was like, you don't need it. You're great as you are. You don't need that. But now I'm looking back. I'm like, I'm glad what happened to me was true. I'm glad what happened to me back then led me to be where I am today. I'm glad. Why? Because I'm doing YouTube full time. I'm doing my job. My career choice when I was in high school, getting made fun of. Getting made fun of, you guys, because I was doing something that I wanted. Let that one sink in. Anyway, this video is like 13 minutes long. I did not think it was going to go this long, but as of recording, this will go up on the 26th of June. Or whatever it is. Yeah, I think it's June. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next one. No matter what you're doing, I post every single Monday on this channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one.